Angel Reese is asking out of Chicago already.
Angel Reese officially puts the Chicago Sky on notice. We're not doing the same thing this offseason that we did last offseason. Stop bringing me bums to play with.
It looks like it's already happening. Angel Reese wants out of Chicago. She's made it crystal clear. She won't settle for the same roster, the same results, or the same mediocrity that defined last season.
Stop bringing me these players. I want the best of the best. I want the upper echelon.
Angel Reese is fed up. She's tired of the losing. She's tired of being the gum on the bottom of the shoe of the league. She is fed up with the Chicago Sky, and it looks like Angel Reese wants out. It looks like she wants out.
Her exact words? "Stop bringing me bums to play with." That was Reese's bold message in her interview with the Chicago Tribune. She demanded the Chicago Sky bring in the best players in the league to surround her, framing it as non-negotiable. But here's where things turn upside down. Reese isn't exactly playing like someone with leverage.
Let's see what Angel Reese had to say. "I'm not settling for the same shit we did this year." Oh boy. Reese told the Tribune, "We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best. And however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this offseason. So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure we attract the best of the best, because we can't settle for what we have this year. Overhaul this roster."
She leads the league in turnovers despite missing weeks of action, struggles with basic finishes at the rim, and recently picked up a suspension for technical fouls. Imagine calling for a roster overhaul when you might be the one your own franchise needs to move on from. The question isn't whether Chicago should rebuild around Angel Reese. The question is whether Angel Reese herself is the problem.
So it's stated multiple lead sources told Front Office Sports that the entire team has seen Angel Reese comments that teammates are unhappy with the direct attacks. A team meeting is planned at which players are expected to address Reese directly.
"We can't rely on Courtney to come back at that age that she's at," Reese said. "I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before." Courtney Vandersloot, by the way, two-time WNBA champion, five-time All-Star, two-time All-WNBA first team, left the New York Liberty, a championship caliber team, to come help out the Chicago. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, oh, dang, oh, dang. It's all right, Courtney. It's all right.
Reese's frustration has been obvious. She's tired of losing, tired of being treated like the bottom of the shoe in the WNBA. And now, she's fed up with the Sky. Her demand was loud and clear: surround her with elite talent or she's gone. But think about the irony. You demand your teammates get replaced only to realize your own front office might be ready to cut you loose. That's exactly the storm Reese created.
It is looking spooky in Chicago. Instead, Reese said she doesn't believe her teammates Rachel Berman or Haley Van Lith are capable of leading them to the leading the playoff team. Guard Ariel Atkins is another player on the Sky roster with WNBA championship experience. "We are aware of it," Marsh stated. "We are addressing it."
We need great players, and I don't know what that will attract that. Maybe the practice facility will attract that. We'll see. But I think the priority is being able to convince free agents that this is an organization that is going in the right direction. I think, honestly, it would be a leap of faith for a great player to come here and show that this is something that they want to be a part of, and we can bring that championship mentality. A leap of faith to think that a great player would want to come to Chicago. Oh boy.
Her words to the Tribune weren't sugar-coated. She flat out said, "We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's non-negotiable. I'm willing to play with the best and do whatever I can to help attract them. This offseason is going to be very, very important. We can't settle for what we had this year." That doesn't sound like a leader working to grow with her roster. It sounds like a young star dismissing her entire team on the record. And the fallout was instant.
"Hey, it's not all her fault. Her teammates stink. They gotta catch that, right? Reese! Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Scooby, put down the butter. Butter pecan! Bang! This time of the year is the best. You got pumpkin spice football and Angel Reese layups.
And watching the bottom of your screen. The contact by Reese.
You can see Angel's right hand. Got Aaliyah Edwards on the head. And if they do, Lisa, I'm okay with that too, because I think you have to officiate these teams very tightly.
So it'll be a technical foul on Angel.
Reports surfaced that her comments infuriated teammates and even veterans around the league. It got so bad that a team meeting had to be scheduled just to address the tension. Think about that. You've played only a short time in the league, haven't proven yourself as a franchise star, and now your teammates need an emergency sit-down just because of your mouth. That's not leadership. That's dysfunction.
Angel Reese, oh damn, has been assessed with 8 technical fouls, and she will be suspended for Friday game unless it is rescinded. And I'm telling you right now, look, he said it best, her attitude. That mug ain't getting rescinded. Angel Reese has struck out again.
Now, how many players are going to listen to what Angel Reese had to say about Courtney Vandersloot? Are going to listen to what Angel Reese had to say about her current teammates? How many players are going to say, oh yeah, I want to play with that player who has no problem throwing me under the bus with 3 games to go. I want to play with that.
And one of the most damaging blows? Reese took a direct shot at Courtney Vandersloot. Yes, Vandersloot missed the season recovering from an ACL injury. But Reese basically brushed her aside, suggesting she was too old to rely on for Chicago's future. That stung. Vandersloot isn't just any player, she's a 2-time champion, 5-time All-Star, and one of the best point guards the WNBA has ever seen. To dismiss her so carelessly not only insulted Vandersloot, it alienated respected veterans across the league who know she's earned every ounce of respect. Reese told the Tribune, "We can't rely on Courtney to come back at her age. She'll be a great asset, but we need someone younger with more experience, someone who's been there and competed for championships." Harsh words, especially when you consider Vandersloot left a championship-caliber New York Liberty team to help Chicago.
The Indiana Fever destroy the Chicago Sky in Indianapolis on Saturday. Guess who wasn't there? Angel Reese. Angel Reese declined to travel to Indianapolis, and her coach came out and said something about, she's just focused on her rehab right now, and, she's day to day. We've never had an explanation on what caused the back injury, what's a time frame for her recovery. It's similar to so-and-so's back injury. This is something she struggled with here or there. All we've heard is day-to-day, and Angel Reese has disappeared.
Meanwhile, Chicago's front office had already gone out of its way to build around Reese. They gave up Sonia Citron, a rookie who's already in the Rookie of the Year race and became an all-star in her first season, to bring in Ariel Atkins.
Yeah, I'm proud of this group. I think we've shown all season long, they're resilient, they're connected. They pull for each other. They enjoy one another. They celebrate one another, and that stuff alone is good for 10 to 12 points a game. And for this group, the way that they share the ball, how unselfish they are. I'm really proud of them. It's not been ideal circumstances all season long, but they've shown the character of who they are. They've been resilient. They've responded to adversity, and they continue to elevate one another. And I couldn't be more proud of this group than I am at this moment.
That move was supposed to give Reese exactly what she asked for: proven championship-level talent. But instead of appreciation, Reese dismissed it as not good enough. You can't accuse the front office of failing when they sacrificed a potential franchise cornerstone just to satisfy you. And Reese didn't stop with the veterans. She threw shade at younger teammates too, including Hailey Van Lith, implying the entire roster was either too old, too average, or too soft. The result? Veterans insulted, younger players dismissed, and suddenly, the one person tying the locker room together became the common enemy. Reese wanted unity around her demands. Instead, she made herself the target of frustration. She even admitted attracting great free agents to Chicago would take, in her own words, a leap of faith. Imagine that, your so-called franchise player admitting publicly that no great player would want to join your team. That doesn't inspire confidence. That scares people away. And when you line up her on-court production against her attitude, the cracks become undeniable. Reese averages around 15 points and double-digit rebounds, which looks solid at first glance. But dig deeper, she leads the entire league in turnovers even though she's played fewer games than most stars. She gets blocked inside 9 feet nearly 20% of the time, and she racks up technical fouls at a reckless pace, hitting the league threshold of 8 and earning herself an automatic suspension. And it wasn't some meaningless game she missed either. It was the high-profile showdown against the Indiana Fever, a game the league marketed heavily. Reese didn't miss it because of injury or rest. She missed it because of her own lack of control, striking Aaliyah Edwards in the head on a rebound. That's not star behavior, that's self-sabotage. And here's the kicker, the Sky often look better without her. The ball moves more freely, the defense sharpens, and the energy rises when Reese isn't on the floor. Usually, a star makes their team better. With Reese, her absence sometimes feels like an upgrade. So what happens when you publicly tear down teammates, undercut veterans, and underperform on the court? You lose the locker room, and that's exactly what's happening in Chicago. Now compare that to Caitlin Clark. While Reese was tossing shade, Clark was lifting her team. Clark has faced more spotlight and scrutiny than any player in WNBA history. Every game dissected, every mistake magnified. Yet she's handled it with professionalism from day one. Even when injured, Clark traveled with the Indiana Fever, sat on the bench, cheered for teammates, and made her presence felt. She set a tone of unity. She even went out of her way to praise Reese after a good performance, choosing class over drama. And the results speak volumes.
What is the back injury? Everybody's questioning it now, and this will be a third straight season where Angel Reese did not finish playing in games, where she just stopped. She just stopped. Some of these injuries, we saw the injuries. We didn't see what happened. What happened?
Indiana, a lottery team before Clark, is now selling out arenas, breaking attendance records, and competing for a playoff spot. Clark's presence doesn't just boost her stats, it makes Aaliyah Boston more dominant, spreads the floor for Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull, and slots Sophie Cunningham perfectly into the lineup. Clark doesn't just score, she elevates everyone around her. Meanwhile in Chicago, Reese's comments triggered damage control meetings and fractured chemistry.
Nothing but a mystery surrounds Angel Reese. Angel Reese has taken this season off to focus on her off-court endeavors and to avoid these losses that the Chicago Sky are accumulating, to avoid them appearing on her resume. Angel Reese doesn't really care about basketball.
The Sky sit near the bottom of the standings with frustrated fans questioning if they ever should have invested in her at all. So here's the bigger question. Was Angel Reese ever the right bet for the Chicago Sky? She demanded greatness but delivered turnovers. She called for unity but created division. She asked for respect but racked up suspensions. And while Indiana builds hope and momentum around Caitlin Clark's professionalism, Chicago is left with chaos, finger-pointing, and regret. Angel Reese wanted the Sky to rebuild around her, but the harsh reality might be this. Chicago's biggest problem isn't the roster, it's Angel Reese herself. So let us know, are you Team Clark, the baby GOAT, or Team Reese, the baby giraffe? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss the next breakdown.